Hey, this is Doug Adamatis, and I want to show you today a real cool program application running on the PC for visualizing the airspace on a sectional. So, as pilots, we're familiar with these sectionals, and this particular area, this is my local area. We actually have some pretty cool airspace, um, pretty interesting airspace, in that we've got some Class C airspace with Greenville Spartanburg International Airport overlaying a local Greenville downtown airport right here. And then we've got a sort of a military base, an old military base that's been converted over to commercial use. We've got um, Lockheed out there. And so the the Class D airspace for the old military base in the downtown Greenville airport are underneath this Class C. Now, there's some other things going on here. You see that the shelf of the Class C airspace is broken in a hemisphere here and here. So here on the right hand side, the lower right hand side, the shelf goes down to 2,200 feet, and over here the shelf only goes down to 3,100 feet. Everything is topping out at 5,000 feet here as far as Class uh, C airspace. Greenville Downtown Airport and the Donaldson Center, the old military base, the Class D airspace goes up to 3,500. So this question came up when I was planning as a student pilot. How do I navigate this? Well, of course, the instructors are going to tell you, but as a student, you don't. The instructors don't always tell you everything that you need to understand for yourself. So here's a tool that you can use to visualize it for yourself. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the program. It's called Global Mapper. Uh, and it is a program that was recommended to me by, let me see if I can pull this guy up. Ned Ferguson is his name, and I contacted him through his website because he had an article on his blog about visualizing airspace. And here you go. 3D airspace map is a layer that you can use on top of the FAA's sectional charts. So if you wanted to get a digital version of the FAA sectional maps, then you would go to this web page right here, and it's the VFR raster charts at the FAA website. And if you, for your particular area, you would want to look at the index for determining what your particular area is. So here's the chart index. We are in the upstate of South Carolina here, and so we're kind of in an overlapping area between the Atlanta sectional and the Charlotte sectional. So most of what I want to look at is in the Atlanta sectional. So I would download the Atlanta sectional chart here in the GeoTIFF format. Now, GeoTIFF means that it's a rasterized image, but it has a calibration file that comes along with it, so that you can pull it into a mapping program, and wherever you put the cursor, the mapping program will know what the latitude and longitude coordinates are for it. So a program like Global Mapper by the Blue Marble Geographics, these are the folks that make the Global Mapper program. That's Global Mapper is by Blue Marble. You can download a free evaluation copy to your computer and load the sectional charts, and they are beautiful looking, as you can see here. The digital versions, as you can see, you can zoom in and see the detail. On sometimes the paper maps, the resolution doesn't seem to be as good. Here, you can really zoom in and see all the markings. Now, it's not a vector map, so you can't get as much resolution as you might want, but you can see things much more clearly with a paper map because you can actually, magnify. Now, this is the standard uh, sectional chart. That doesn't show you the 3D relief. Now, to do that, you have to you have to download a free file from another website, which is this website here called 3D Airspace. And you just click on your country and it downloads a KMZ file. Well, KMZ files you might be familiar with. If you played around with Google Earth, you can get KMZ files, which are zipped files, which are overlay files for the Google Earth images. So in the mapping program Global Mapper, you can see that I have opened. I've just done a file open. It knows exactly what to do with these TIFFs and KMZs. You open it up and you can get the Atlanta area sectional, which I have here. So I'll turn it on and off so you can see that. And then here's the overlay data. Turn on and off that. So now you can see that there have been some, the overlay is loaded here, but that doesn't really help you. That doesn't show you the 3D. So in order to see it in 3D now, you come over here to the view and you click on 3D, and now it's going to generate that for you. So you're seeing everything across the entire United States. So that's why these polygons are floating out here in space, because there's no raster map to lay them over. Our raster map was only for the Atlanta sectional, so that's what you see here. Now we can zoom in, and this is my region of interest right here in the Greenville area. And manipulating these maps gets a little bit tricky, but you can see that you can get to see some interesting profiles. So here we are looking at the view from south to north, and kind of zooming in on my hometown here of Simpsonville, and which is practically underneath that Class C airspace right there. And you can see the old military base is over here with its Class D, and you can see that Greenville Downtown Airport, it's Class D right there. So very interesting visualization of FAA sectional charts with airspace, three-dimensional airspace overlays.